Hello YouTube, and welcome to my top 5 cards to try in Zoodiacs. As I go through them, I will read out what each card does and will also explain how to use particular cards within the deck. So let's get into it. To start with, we have Vermillion Dragon Mech. It is a fire level 9 machine synchro effect with 2700 attack, 1800 defense. It requires 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner monsters, and its effect reads: once per turn you can banish 1 tuner from your hand, field or graveyard, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. If this synchro summoned card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 of your banished tuners, add it to your hand. So to use this effectively in a Zoodiac deck, you will need to use a brand new card that is coming out in Raging Tempest, which is Sea Monster of Theseus. This you can easily do with instant fusion, and then using one of your main deck Zoodiacs that is level 4 to be able to synchro into the Vermillion Dragon Mech. Now, most Zoodiac deck players will have Ghost Ogres or Ghost Reapers in their deck, which are tuners. If they haven't got either of them, they might have an effect failure, for instance. Or, don't forget, you have also got Sea Monster of Theseus, which you've just used to synchro summon into this. You can banish that from your grave, and then if it's destroyed through, say, a Drantia effect in a mirror match, you can return that Sea Monster of Theseus back to the extra deck, because it effectively returned into your hand, but because it's a fusion monster, it will go back to the extra deck, so you can recycle it that way. We'll go straight on to the next card, which is Galaxy Wave. It is a continuous spell card with the effect: each time you XE summon, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. This is really handy due to the broken way that Zoodiacs XE summon, by doing the one on top of the other. I have regularly managed, my apologies, I can't get my words right, 3000 to 4000 damage with Galaxy Wave on my very first turn. Obviously that is provided it isn't stopped. Personally, I would try to run this as a 2 to 3 of, to try and make sure that it's in your opening hands, just because it can be such a useful card. Continuing on, we have STOIC Challenge. It is another spell, and this one's an equip one. You can only control 1 STOIC Challenge, equip only to a face-up XE monster that has XE's material. It gains 600 attack for each XE's material attached to a monster you control, and any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving it and their monster is doubled, but its effects cannot be activated. During your opponent's end phase, send this card to the graveyard. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. I have recently seen some replays on YouTube showing this card in action, and if played at the right time, can help OTK your opponent. Although this is a situational card, it may be worth a try. It certainly worked for the person using it in the videos I was watching. I will personally be giving it a try just to see if one works. To be honest, I don't think you're really going to need it more than one, unless you can work ways around of using two if one gets destroyed, I suppose. But personally, I'd only run it at one. Just to quickly go over the sets of those three that they've been released in, you have Invasion Vengeance for the Vermillion Dragon MECH, which is its first print of that. Galaxy Wave is Order of Chaos Common, and that's only had that print. And STOIC Challenge is Number Hunters. So for the second to last card, we have Dimension Slice. Now this is a normal trap card with the effect: when a monster or monsters is special summoned to your side of the field, except during the damage step, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, banish that target. Plus you get the added benefit that if the summon was an XE summon, you can activate this card the turn it was set. So I picked this due to how easy it is to XE summon in Zoodiacs, and how easy it is to get rid of some of those problematic cards. Drancia can't hit it because it starts off face down as a set card, obviously, and Drancia slash Dryden, as it's been renamed in the TCG. I'm so used to calling it Drancia. Got to start getting used to the new name of that one. But I digress. The Drancia will still get banished if you was to target it, for instance. Also, because it is a straight up banish, it's not a destroy and banish, it can help get around cards like a Crystal Wing that has been made indestructible by a card effect within Wind Witches. Personally, I would try 2 to 3 in the side deck, although it could have its uses in the main deck as well. And that has had 3 prints so far, and the last card, which last saw decent use when BA first come out, as you could use your opponent's XEs to bring up a rank 5 or 6 XEs onto your field during their turn, is XE's Universe. Now, I side 3 of these in my build to be able to bypass my opponent's Drancia slash Dryden and another rank 4 XEs to go into a particular XE which I'll go into in a moment. Just quickly reading the effect of XE's Universe. It's a normal trap card targeting 2 face-up XE monsters on the field. Send both monsters to the graveyard, then special summon 1 XE's monster from the extra deck except a number monster whose rank is equal to or 1 less than the combined original ranks of those 2 XE's monsters, and if you do, attach this card to it as a material. If you activated this card, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. So the XEs that I'll be going into personally in my Zoodiacs and against Zoodiacs as well is DDD Dual Dawn King Kali Yuga. Now, I use it purely for its middle effect, which is really good against the likes of Paleozoics, which I'll use as an example. And its middle effect reads: once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 XE's material and destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. So yeah, as I said, it works brilliantly against Paleozoics, just destroying all their set monsters. So if you were able to, if you're going first, you'd set your Xyz universe, go off in your plays, have 2 rank 4 Xyz on your side of the field that don't mind basically tributing for the effect of Xyz universe. And then during your opponent has their turn, they set 5 back row. During their end phase, you flip the Xyz universe, banish, send him your 2 rank 4s to the grave, bring this out, and then on its summon, activate its effect, detach the Xyz universe, and destroy all 5 of their freshly set back row. Needless to say, they might get a little salty on that. But that brings me to the end of it. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below, and please like and subscribe. If you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to ensure you are notified when I bring up my new videos.